Hey Pablo, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Rachel?
Doing great. To start, in season one, we watched a lot of Master Chief coming into his own memories and remembering things, and then it left us with, the question of whether or not he got to keep them. And so for you, getting to come into season two and still explore that aspect of this character, what was the joy of continuing that story in particular?
Hmm. Well, that's always been kind of the thing that has compelled me about the character is the dual sides of this guy. You know what it means to be a super soldier that humanity is relying on to save them from this existential threat, and
Mhm.
at the same time start to have these experiences as a human being for the first time in his life, and really question um, what he's entitled to and what he's responsible for. Which aspects of his life are his, and which aspects he owes to humanity. For me, that's kind of the crux of the character, and it's the reason for this version, this iteration of this Halo show. Um, so that was what was interesting for me about continuing the journey. Obviously, Cortana plays a critical role in that, and at the end
Mhm.
of the first season, she had kind of taken over his consciousness, as you alluded to. At the beginning of the second season, she's been taken away from him, and we now see him wrestling with what it meant to have somebody with him, and what it meant to have a partner, and now what it means to be alone. And the first few episodes of the season will be sort of a journey back to Cortana in a way.
Yeah, and does that help you ground, Master Chief in a show like this? Because I do, so many of us came into this knowing the game of Halo and knowing kind of that, but the show makes these, and you have to make them so real and fully realized as characters. Do those elements help you as an actor kind of really get into who this man is completely outside of just the soldier aspect of him?
Which elements?
Just like his desire to learn about his like life before, and also like you were saying, like the search for Cortana because he's alone now.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to find grounding elements in every situation that you play,
Mhm.
and for me, the really interesting dynamic that you have an opportunity to explore in this series is what do you owe to the world? How much of your life is yours? And
Mhm.
to me, obviously, when you have a character who has lived his entire life without love, without sex, without any of that stuff, and you're presented with a person that you then kind of spend every waking moment with. That's what's interesting about the Cortana characters. Like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, what does it mean to be alone, or what does it mean to be with someone, and have find someone that adds to your life and makes you better than you were before, and all of those elements, I think. Yeah, you have to invest in them in a way that takes science fiction into reality. Where if you're, it only becomes real if you're investing it in it as a reality, in like a search for a partner. That kind of thing is what imbues a character like Cortana with very real ramifications.
Yeah, I can't wait for people to get to see season two. Thank you so much for talking with me today, and it's great. I can't wait for people to watch.
Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Have a great one.